Hey, 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 hey!
Good afternoon, good evening, good night, or good morning, depending on where in the world you guys are watching this show.
I had to do a quick side check to make sure the microphones were on. We're good.
We are good. We are good. How are you guys? How's it been? We saw you last week. Was it last week?
I don't even know anymore. Yes, it was. We had Vadim Shushkanov.
Yes, we also had Balloon Taskmaster.
We did.
Which there was a big announcement. That was the end of season 1.
Yes,
Balloon
the winners
Taskmaster,
were announced
on Q Corner. Season 2 starts now.
Do you know the date?
Yeah, I know that submissions have to be in by the 4th of October.
Well done.
But you can get yourself over to the Balloon Taskmaster Facebook page for more details.
That's right.
And there are now prizes as well for the end of the season.
It's all things British this
It
one.
is all things British. Hello, Pasha. Hello, Rachel. Hello, Barbara. Hello, Mia.
Hello,
hola,
rock
Mia.
stars.
Hello, Shelley. And how is everybody? How are you guys?
We are fantastic.
Well, we've got some very special guests waiting.
I thought you were going to do very special guests
and Kerry. Waiting to speak.
You're so mean. I wasn't going to say.
You totally were going to say that.
I know. I've got a selection of people that would have worked with.
We've got Debbie McGill in the chat as well. Debbie McGill.
Boom, boom, boom.
Who we will be flying off to Norway with tomorrow morning.
Norway?
Yes, Norway. So...
That was terrible.
It was terrible. So we're off to work in teaching in Norway for a few days.
Why did we say yes?
Why did we say yes? Just a few short weeks before
19
the Q
days.
Corner convention.
19 days, people.
It's crazy. Zach and Zoe are in the chat, and you are very welcome. Well done they came second and third on last season's Balloon Taskmaster.
I'm looking forward to season 2.
Yes.
Really
Shelley. Oh, Shelley says, I love you, Kerry. There we go. It's been declared. Absolutely loves you.
There's the one.
Okay, she's
the one. Is that a new account?
Jenny says, I'm new. What are your names, guys? Okay, I'm Keith.
He's Keith.
And this is Dom.
I'm Dom.
Especially when you're in the Netherlands.
Yes.
Yes, I'm with Dom for our Dutch friends.
Yeah, you look that up.
We've got Pasha joining us from Canada too. Normally our chat's over here, but everything's had to be changed.
We've got
around.
people over here. They've invaded our studio.
They've invaded the space.
I think we should invite them in. That's what we should do.
Okay, let's bring them in. Okay,
let's do that.
So,
right.
Please, Q Corner viewers, welcome some very special guests and Kerry onto the show. Are you going to bring them on with audio as well? Check this out.
Hey.
Say hello, guys.
I'm not hearing them yet. Oh,
because the audio's gone off again.
It was on and then it went off. Here we
Say
go.
hi again. You're live on
Hello
again. Please don't
Hey.
Hello.
This time, but do it enthusiastically.
Yay!
Fantastic. Oh, Derek's moved again. He's had a change of scenery. He was in the mountains before. Now he's staying out by the lake house. Very nice.
The cottage.
Road, that guy. He's on the road. I've never seen so many backgrounds.
Yes, on the
one
road again.
Yeah.
I've just noticed that there was some moving. I was looking at the small screen, the sanity monitor, and I was seeing that there's some backgrounds.
Watch out for your plants there, Jackie.
Yeah, Jackie had to go on Derek and go for an animated background. So.
I give up.
Somewhere in Jackie's street, there's a missing sign that says, "Have you seen my cat?" Because it's held in captivity somewhere.
In captivity. There's Caro Fernandez is saying, "Hello, Kerry, Toyland team."
Yeah,
I think you should all introduce yourself, who you are, where you're from, and what team you had at Balloon Wonderland.
We'll start at the top because we've got on our side over here, we've got Jackie, and then that's how everybody can see everything.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm Jackie. I am from Canada on the west side in Alberta, and my team was the Enchanted Woods.
Correct.
Go Enchanted Woods.
We've got Kerry.
So my name's Kerry. I'm from the UK. I work for Pioneer Europe, and my team was Team Toyland. Chugga.
Straight down, we have Bonnie.
Hello, I'm Bonnie Fisher from Party Works, and I am in Livonia, Michigan, United States. My team was the Ice Cream and Candy Land.
We have a Go Ice Cream Candy Land in the chat. A big shout out there. From Shelley, and then along from there we have Sarah.
Shelley.
Hello, I'm Sarah Meyer. I am in Wisconsin, and we were on Team Under the Sea.
Under the Sea.
And then that leaves one more.
Yeah, I'm Derek Wong. I'm from Canada as well, but on the eastern part, which is no more mountain. My team, yeah. So I got my maple leaf instead. My team was Jungle Safari. Yes.
Cool. So we've got like a bit of an east side, west side going on as well.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. Coast to coast wars.
Yeah.
We love it.
And I mean, it feels like a million years ago now. I don't know about you guys, but certainly for us, it feels like almost a million years ago since Balloon Wonderland happened. It's what about for you guys? How's it been?
I definitely had like the blues after the event. I was on the plane going back, and I was like, I don't want to go home. Like, I had so much fun meeting people from all over the world and creating something so magical. So for me, I had proper event blues.
Yeah, we feel that.
For a lot of us, it had been so long since we'd done anything like that, years because of the pandemic. So it's just nice seeing everybody again and getting hugs and all that.
Yeah.
Somebody's asking about the Dino team. Yeah, we did. There was somebody supposed to be from the Dino team coming on.
They're extinct now. we can trash talk them. They're not here.
Okay, fair enough. Yes, well, there was a mass extinction event.
Yeah,
happened,
gone.
So, yeah, so they may turn up.
They may.
In
the invite was sent.
So we'll
but
see.
Everyone's
we'll
busy.
See.
We get it.
Team Trees Jungle Safari from Joanna. What we invited you guys for on the show for was actually to hear about some takeaways. We know how good the event was. We've gone through that. But what did you guys take away personally from the event, to put back in your own business, or ideas that other people could perhaps?
Yeah, because this is a very different type of event that we've done traditionally, unlike the World Balloon Convention.
We've never done anything like this before.
Typical session-led teaching events where there's often a call to action. You'll finish a class and you'll be talking about what the delegates are going to do, go away and do something in their business. This wasn't formatted that way. We saw it, so many teachable moments that were going on. We're curious about, what you guys, did you learn anything? Did you share anything when you got back to your business? That kind of thing. This way, everyone's being very polite right now.
Just before anybody jumps in with that, is that any better? Somebody said that mine and your voices were a little bit quiet, which it is. I mean, we're very quiet people.
But that is us.
But oh, that's better. It's better. Okay,
yeah,
good. Okay, right. Who wants to take that first?
Voices.
Something that they took away and put back into their business, whether it was a concept, a technique, or what.
Well, for me, I can say it was the organization of the event, because it couldn't have run unless it was as organized as it was. All the work that Stuart and the team leaders did beforehand with the books and everything was written out and all that. So I came home, and I'm usually like fly by the seat of my pants thing when I'm making something.
No.
I'm like, I need to get more, honestly, I know. I'm like, I need to get more organized. So when I do replicate something that I've done before, I'm not guessing what I use, because sometimes people will ask for a design that I've done years ago and I'll pull it out, like look at the picture on Instagram and go, what balloons did I use for that and what size? And this, I don't know if that happens to you guys too. So I need to write them down and just have just a booklet of exact sizes that I use and the balloons I use for the different designs, because it's going to save me time in replicating something like that. So the organization, I need to get on that.
Yeah, it's actually it's a funny thing. Oh, somebody's just said that we're on the wrong sides. It's because we've been flipped for this. It's because we flip it normally so that we can see, but then we've been flipped again. So exactly. It's something that we implemented a long time ago. Was the same thing, because exactly what you were just explaining there, Jackie. We had customers that would come in and then maybe come in a year or so later and ask for the same design, and then we would have to start looking at the photograph and go, how do we do that? What balloon was that? What size was this? And actually it was something that we implemented a long time ago, was these recipes. And especially when we started taking staff, we could just give them the recipes and they would recreate the designs exactly how we would have done it.
We can look back at pretty much any customer transaction now of what they bought 5 years ago, what that design was, and pull the data from that pretty easily. So we totally agree with the organization one.
If it's one thing that take away from an event, it's something that's going to make a real impact on your business.
Yeah, I can pick off of that too. What Jackie said, for 7 years, I've just been by myself in my business. So I know how it goes together in my head. I've never had to communicate it, but we had people in our group who had been doing balloons for less than a year, and watching, you take those plans, you hand it to them. And if that person can figure it out, it actually kind of opened my eyes to hiring people. That and the speed in which you'd be like, okay, make this garland. And you turn around and it was done. It was just amazing. It kind of spoiled me a little bit. So since coming home, I hired my first staff person. So now I have she inflates everything for me. I feel so fancy. I leave and I come back and all the balloons for the week are inflated and I didn't have to do anything. So it's really like a baby step. She's not building yet, but even that, like, how do I tell her what to inflate? And like, what's the formula for organic? And what size do I do for a column? Because I just kind of blow them up until I like how they look. And like making all of that formula has been like,
love it,
totally different for me with the speed and the time I've gotten back. And then it's just, you know, compounded a million times to get to something the scale of Balloon Wonderland.
Yeah, I think a lot of people overthink the hiring of someone in that you're trying to replicate yourself, but you're not. You're pulling out those bite-sized elements of what can be passed out and given a list of what to do. Yeah, and you know, sort of outsourcing those elements. And I think a lot of people saw that on this build. Here's a build sheet, and this is what you do, and they'll go and do it. They'll do it very well, but they're not thinking about the business. They don't need to. So yeah, that's a.
There's actually on Q Corner Convention, a little bit of a plug, but there is a class by Joette Giardina who's going to, and it's all about that. It's all about preparing your business for growth and thinking ahead and not getting there and then having to do it all. It's basically doing the stuff that you can do now and being more prepared for growth in the future. Because she came with us with a few different classes, and that was the kind of the one that we agreed with, because I think it's something, it's a bit different, and it really brings what you're saying or what you guys are saying to the fore. You know, it's like, it's that organization, and it certainly helps.
Yeah.
Well, and I think most of us started these businesses because like we're creative, and then you get to the point where it's like, now you're a business owner, and like it or not, you got to figure out how to do this. So kind of taking that creativity and making it more of like a formula without losing, I don't know, that special touch, that has been my biggest takeaway. Because you look around and Balloon Wonderland looked like it was all created by the same person, but like it was 300 different people with 300 different techniques and 300 different styles and backgrounds, and it was seamless.
Yeah.
I think we also have to remember not everyone spoke really good English. So having that, you know, those sheets.
You got by, Kerry.
Massively. I got by, just. I think they struggled to understand me with my 5:15 and 5:30. They just looked at me.
Yeah, there was a time difference, definitely. It's funny how that time thing we just take for granted.
Yeah, what time? 5:30?
5:30.
Sorry.
So that's 4:30. No, it's not. It's 5:30. It's 5:30. Yeah.
But with that organization and like those sheets up front, it made it so much easier to then communicate exactly what you were set out to do in that time. So it's definitely worth doing. And Google like translation came my best friend as well, which was great. So it's it all came together.
So there's your takeaway, Carrie. Yeah,
Google Translate.
Google Translate.
Hey, it's not everybody uses it though. It's a very powerful tool. It really is.
It's amazing. I could literally talk in English and it would translate in Spanish and talk, not just like write it. So that
and you realise that you were talking to a Brazilian.
Yeah. But, yeah, same. Anything else? I'm sure the other guys got something to say as well.
Yeah, I do. I would like to say that, of course, the piggybacking on everything that's been said so far, the designs were fabulous. Stuart and LaDonna, I think, really, really took into heart the actual village. And I don't know if anybody got the opportunity to go to the Give Kids a World Village and see it with their own eyes and see how fabulously recreated that was. It was amazing. It was unbelievable. And that being said, that the design sheets were phenomenal. The boxes with the design sheets in full color, everybody could look at them, can share. We had teams within our team broken up where certain people were working on certain projects. Again, that was wonderful. The designs, the colors, everything. There's little room left for confusion or questions. So I think that was amazing to have that done.
Very modular, wasn't it? A very modular build. Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah. And also too, it was really nice to work with other team leaders in the group that we were all on the same page. We communicated all the time. We talked, we had ideas, we met for breakfast, we met up afterwards. just to go over the what we can do differently, pros, the cons, any issues, anything. And it was so nice to have that backup, that support. And that way, when anybody from our group had any questions or concerns, they could go to any of us, and we all had the same answers. So it was a beautiful thing to be able to do that. So the communication amongst our team and then the other teams was fantastic. And also, what else is on my list? Also, we had a wonderful person in our team, Shelly. And Shelly,
she's in the chat,
took it upon herself. Shelly took it upon herself to keep everybody organized and on target. So we took our sheets, we took our projects. She then make sure that all the balloons for that particular project were pulled. If we had to go to another group to look for something, we had it all there. So when it came time to actually build that specific thing, we were ready to go. And that I thought was huge, to be able to just, next project, here it is, take the box, take the balloons and so forth. So I thought that was also fantastic.
It's very interesting you say that, because going back to the organization side and staff and everything, not everybody has to be doing the same job.
No.
And that job is like you just said, it was vital. You know, it had a massive impact, in a positive way.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even blowing up balloons or anything like that. It was back to that organization.
Well, and we've learned this from previous mistakes over the years, which we've made many. But
everyone.
A lot of, especially some of the smaller businesses, when you're doing it yourself, you have your stock and you have this maybe it's for a job, and it's all sort of in one area and it's not allocated for the design. So laying it out in a way that you know that this amount of, this bag is for that particular element, you can really keep on track of where things are going right and wrong. Otherwise, you might think, oh, I'm going to add this. But then you start bringing in this extra product, but actually that product was already
should have been used. Yeah. Should have been used for a different part of the build. I'm sure we've all made that
mistake. We've gone a bit over the top on one element, and then we've had to kind of, what should we do over here now? And
even breaking that down, from our side, on a retail side, what we do is when jobs come in, we use Ziploc bags and we pre-pack everything. They go into the Ziploc with the job number, and it goes in date order. So when it comes to the date, we have them there for the date. It just comes through. So we're not wasting our time.
Much more efficient.
Yeah, we're not wasting our time looking for all of the stock that we need at that point. Also, we haven't taken a job for the future that we end up using the product before it comes there. It's there. If you choose to take it out of that packet because you need it for a certain job, for a now job, but you've got enough time to replace the product, that's a conscious decision.
It's also the prep work's being done at a time which is we class as off-peak. So like Shelley was doing that, after the doors are shut, if you like, for the build, she came in to make sure that was ready for the next day, using that downtime to be pre-prepared for the next day. So it works on small retail, it works on big decor, works on really big builds. Such a very trivial thing, but it's huge. The knock on.
We've got Pasha in the chat too. With Alex and Ellie. Every job is important, no matter what it is they're doing. It's teamwork, and every contribution is important. I mean, it's that whole the phrase, the teamwork makes the dream work, but it really does. You get that team working, everybody pushing in the same direction.
Perfect plan prevents
poor performance. Yeah, but if you get that team pointing in an arrow and all heading towards the same direction, it's amazing how powerful that really is. Derek, sorry, Sarah.
Just piggybacking off that, no small jobs, and I think also like there's no small problems, or I guess no small solutions. Like we would run into these solutions that like someone would figure out, and it was like if that person hadn't taken the time to figure out, like we ran out of Mocha 5-inch, and we had to figure out how do we split those, and having a team member to just take that and figure it out and trusting them to do that was like, that let us continue to progress. So I think also working with a team, that was eye-opening, that it's like, I don't have to solve all these problems, but also I'm grateful to be with people who are capable of solving them.
It's empowering these people,
But that's also as well is that it's good to have that network, right? It's a thing that came back on feedback a lot of the time, was that they didn't have much experience or much opportunity to network so closely with so many different businesses. And if you can form that network together, whether it's within your own company or whether it's with the people around you or the wider across the US, if you're in the US, and across the world, is if you've got a problem, somebody else has probably had that problem before you, you know, and you can't figure it out. The balloon industry is amazingly supportive. Put it out there into the world, you know, it really is. And also be prepared to help somebody else.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't just be the taker. You know, it's a two-way street.
I have to give the riggers a shout out because I had golden.
No, they don't need it. They don't need it. No, Greg and Ray, no, useless. The word.
When they've put their time in, then they can get a mention. But until that day.
But it was one of those moments where I stood there and went, "Oh my god, that's amazing!" So basically, there was gaps in the ceiling, and what they did, they put a balloon inside, inflated the balloon, tied it off, and used it as a rigging point.
Yeah.
And I was like, "No way." I would never in a million years have thought that. Yeah, my mind was blown.
If only we thought of using balloons, eh?
Who knew? Who knew? But that was definitely my golden nugget of the whole thing. Just something as simple as that.
We joke, but that is the things that make us laugh. Is you don't know until you know.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's and you can use them for anything as well. It's, you know, if you're doing rigging outside and you've got a gap that you need to put a connection point onto, you can just put a balloon into that gap and inflate it, and it, you know.
But I would have never thought about it. So Ray and Greg, thank you. That was much appreciated.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was awesome.
And I think Derek was the only one here that was working on the character team, right?
Yes. Well, I would like to add on to what everyone said. My biggest takeaway is to be able to work with all kind of all this. All professional from different part of the world. Like, I think most of us had our, like, when we're back at our home, we might have like a couple of people that we used to work with.
Yes.
Well, I work with like Pacha most of the time when they need me to. Yeah. Sorry, but not sorry.
I'm here for the chat.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, I would like to be able to work with like many others. In a event this big is just one, like, it just blew my mind, you know. Like, of course, we have there's a experience that to deal with like different type of well, not to deal with, but to work with different people has different personality, and like some are more like they like to do it this way, and the other like to do the same thing this way. So how to compromise, how to work together, and to achieve this one goal. I think that's just one of my
one of my comments and compliments of the build was the type of decor it is has a very uniform look to it. Obviously, it had all the different designs, which was great, but it felt like it was built by one company, that everybody, you know, knew what they were doing. The interesting thing that can happen on a build like this is the likes of the characters.
This is because we were wondering what was going to happen with this, because we call it a font. Yeah, so if you write a story and you use the same font all the way through it, it flows because it's there. If you suddenly change font, it sticks out, right? It's like it's very,
not that font is wrong, you know. So put that into the character design. There's a variety of different styles of characters, which are all good, but the decision had been made by the designers that a style was going to be used, and that was consistent throughout. So seeing the different teams, you know, seeing you work, Derek, with the character team and making sure that they were consistently all unique but of the same style and font was great. You know, watch those production lines.
That I have to shout out to Eve and Cam.
No, absolutely not. Again,
as we like to call them on Q Corner, the losers. The losers, yeah, between the battle. Yeah, well, you know.
Yeah.
Welcome Pioneer Balloon to becoming a rock star. Thank you very much, Pioneer Balloon.
And you know, and the same thing with Jackie and your production line of fairies. You know, seeing that again, a decision.
It was very good.
Style, yeah, nice.
Thanks.
A style, and there was no we didn't see any conflict between people's ideas. There was lots of sharing and how to do things, and obviously there was some unique additions to different characters, but it just looked like it was done at such a high professional level that's I think what most impressed me was it just looked so uniform from that side of it. Obviously everything looked unique and amazing, but the style of the build and the characters and the little kind of add-ons all made sense together, and we felt like we knew the village before we went to the village, which was amazing.
Yeah, which I got a bit duped with the village, by the way.
Why?
Well, first of all, it was like 1,000,000 degrees, right?
Oh yeah, we were melting. We were like Olaf.
Yeah. So, and then what happened was they said, "Oh, would you like to go on any of the rides?" And I'm like, "Of course I do. Yes, I want to go on a ride. Of course I do."
Now I remember.
So there was, I was a bit confused because there was only myself and Randy who actually volunteered to go on a ride, which I thought was a bit strange.
I was filming.
Yeah, and then we got on the ride, and then I found out it was an exercise machine. You had to pedal it yourself. And I was like, I mean, like 1,000,000 degrees heat. There's just sweat pouring off me like that, and I'm having a pedal to do it. I was like, I was duped.
But then the other group came in as well. A second group came in, who then all decided to not go on a ride and just watch you on the ride.
Yeah, it was amusing.
Sweating.
Yeah,
it was. Yeah, honestly, it was one of my finest hours.
Yeah. Well, you got ice cream.
Yes, that's fair. Oh. Welcome to Las Aventuras de Diego.
Welcome, Rockstar.
Welcome, Rockstar. Thank you very much.
So yes, I think organisation is an absolute. That is a definite for most, and we saw that so many times. Networking and the ability to bring in help from other companies. That's saw that quite a lot. The ability to let go a little bit, Sarah, to say yes, I can let you do this. I don't have to do everything. That's a real big step for a lot of people and businesses. People have been in business for years who think they have to replicate themselves to then expand. You don't need to. You can break down what you do in that modular fashion, talking about the build and the fact that it can be broken down into many levels and letting people come up with solutions. But again, pulling that back into the likes of allocating stock with the confidence that that someone's decision isn't going to impact something else because you've got that broken down well. So at least when people were coming around going, you know what, the build's gone in a little bit different direction, or we've got a bit more wall to fill, I need some extra product. Everyone was it was easy for people to say, I don't have any because this is allocated, or I do have some because we know we're done. And we saw that communication going between teams was brilliant.
There's a question. Have any of you guys built anything at home that you made at Balloon Wonderland?
I was going to say, built the same thing? Yeah.
Well, actually, we built a 70-foot long pirate ship. Well,
yeah, I did. I sold, how big? How tall am I? Probably like an 8-foot lightning bolt.
You're not 8 foot tall.
No,
4.
Well, it was taller than me. Okay. So it was 8 feet tall. And it was the duplet pack. Like we did all the walls, all the garlands, and like it came together and it looked really cute. And we hung it on a bounce house, and like I just never done that before. And I just confidently like did it in an hour, and it worked out. So yeah,
love that.
The walls. I just love the walls.
Yeah, it was actually a snippet from Derek's
the teaser.
Tip. Yeah, a little teaser.
Yeah, I can't say that because he's got it. Derek has 3 tips coming out.
And one of them, Derek, is such a good thing about that.
Well, actually, all 3 of them are, but there we go.
For that one particular one. So yeah, I'll have to watch out for that one coming out because that was a really good one. We love that one. Yes.
Did you find the production sheets useful in your own business? Is it something that you would kind of and start using, or at least the concept?
Yes, loved them. Loved them. Yes, the way they were organized in a box, in color and in order, and literally there's no questions. It was wonderful. Anybody can pick up any sheet and run with it. And
it's something about that color on the sheet that really helps. I'm really visual. I'll be looking at the picture first before I start to go to text every time. So if there's an image and a color image, absolutely, I'm definitely for that. Agreed. We like visuals. Keep it stupid simple.
Yes.
Is there anybody else want to add anything onto that? Because on the other side, just for the viewers, after our fantastic guests have left us, we actually have a tutorial by Vadim Shushkanov on weaving a basket of flowers with a really nice rose style on the end as well. So it is a rose style, but I know how long it lasts as well. So it's but if there's any more gems that you guys have got to share.
Mine's not really a gem. Mine's more like, if anyone's watching that is thinking, do I ever want to go on these events or anything like that? Mine's more like, definitely do it. Like, it still makes me smile when I see my team still interacting with each other months after and building each other up and liking each other's posts and stuff like that. Like, I can't express how much the networking is important, and you almost do become a balloon family, like, and you're supporting each other. So if you are ever nervous about turning up to any of these things on your own, do it, because you will not regret it. You meet people from all over the place and they do become friends. So definitely book on to courses and meet everybody and have fun.
There's a nice comment here that's saying that the different specialities within the balloon world would take years to gain that knowledge as one person. Balloon Wonderland gave that to this lady in 6 days, which is Shelley. So it's amazing.
I think on what you're saying as well, Carrie, obviously, if you have the ability to network with people who are businesses that are close, is brilliant, because then you can pull on them for actual jobs and that kind of
work together.
Yeah. Now, the other side of it is the network, and it could be around the globe. It doesn't matter if you've got to build a really good connection with someone, which happens all the time at these events. It's someone that you can talk to about your business, because so many people we saw were having conversations where they said, you know what, my spouse listens to me, but he doesn't understand.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, it just to have that absolute pure understanding and be able to be a sounding board, to, you know, float an idea and just have a general conversation about your business, you know, and it might be something you're thinking about or you weren't thinking about. We have conversations all the time that might go somewhere, might go nowhere, but we understand what we're talking about.
Yeah, we're lucky in that way, in the fact that it's not just twice as easy being a partnership rather than a sole trader. It's about 10 times as easy, and the reason being is that there's always somebody there that understands what you're going through 100%, and somebody that's in it the same level, so we can throw ideas off each other all the way. If you're a sole trader, it's a lot harder. So having that support network that also understand the same position that you're in, there's nothing like it. Nothing like it.
I think you're right. Lots of people do work on their own in this industry, and even if you once you've met people, it's easier if you see their work, it looks amazing on Instagram or whatever, just you saying, wow, that's amazing, or love that, how much that can mean to that person. Because sometimes when you're working on your own, you do question yourself, like, is that right? Does that look, and you're taking photos constantly. So, you know, if you're hearing, I'm the UK, so if someone from America comments on something I do, it just makes you feel good. So I think, you know, it's good. You build friendships all around the world. So yeah.
There's also, I just saw that. Is any of you guys thinking of doing a local charitable event, or would consider things like that because of the knowledge and experience that you have gained?
Was that Liz asking that question?
That one was actually Sindra.
Oh, very nice.
I have one coming up.
You do?
I'm hosting
Star
a big balloon
Award.
and that's in March. And it's interesting because I went to the big balloon build in Indiana. Bonnie was at that one, and I was like, I don't even know what this is. I just signed up. I was like, I have no idea. And then when we started, I was like, this is insane. And then when Balloon Wonderland came up, I was like, no, this is insane. And now surviving that, now doing it again as a 70-person event locally, it's like weirdly seems manageable. Like it's all going to come together, and having that charitable component is awesome. We're fundraising for a local charity that supports like young adults with special needs that need some marketable skills. So they train them in like a coffee house, and like my community is just like psyched about balloons. Like I'm so excited. But again, I would have been really nervous had I not seen Balloon Wonderland, because it's like on a 300 person scale in that large of a venue, this now seems like, I'm not going to say easy, but like it's hard.
I think the word, manageable, because you've got the experience to pull from. I think the other thing that I think people saw was it's okay to have a business element, your business, your marketing involved with the charity, and that you need to get something out of that as well. We absolutely support charities, but for us to be able to continue to support charities, we need to have a mechanism that then promotes our business, that grows that. So I think on this particular occasion, the Balloon Wonderland, that particular charity, Give Kid the World, it just worked, and there's no kind of anything sort of secret about it. We're trying to. I
was talking to the guys before we came live, and I'll say something similar on here, is the fact that anybody that's been following the Give Kids the World charity, their social media since the event, although they do some absolutely amazing events, absolutely amazing events, I still don't think that there's anything that's come close to what we did and what we achieved with Balloon Wonderland. It was just it was just a one-off.
The bar was set high.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very high. Yeah. Very, very high. I agree. Yeah.
I think too, you can work with your local charities in a more meaningful and more impactful way than giving them 2 free balloon columns. Like that changed in my mind, that it's just like, instead of just dropping off and being like, here's your free balloon, I didn't really get anything out of this, I don't know that you're going to get anything out of this. It's when you make those partnerships, that's when everybody really benefits.
I think what was sold well on this one to a lot of people was the experience, selling the experience with the balloons, and you being there for along the ride for it really helps them understand what the product is, what you do, and how you can elevate their business, and then how other business. I mean, some of our best jobs we ever had in our early days were springboarded off a charity event that we did, that we stayed for and participated with, and that the networking on that event just it showcased what we were able to do.
In fact, we won the front cover of Balloon Images one time.
Nice plug, nice.
Yeah. But we won the front cover of Balloon Images one time with the job that we did, which was
Some would say that was the best front cover ever. On Images.
That's
why they stopped printing it, because they just knew they couldn't.
But it was a springboard. It was springboarded from a charitable event that we had done at the same venue.
Yeah.
Which is
So we definitely
it worked all right for us.
Yeah. So doing it right, and I think for a lot of people, this really set a good compass setting for that one as well.
And it is a mindset. It's a different mindset.
And we've done that before as well. The columns, your little charity event,
or I'll do it discounted off or whatever. Yeah.
And you do it, but actually, did they get anything out of that? I don't know. Yeah. And it's not manageable. It's not. It doesn't have any value attached to it, and. Yeah. We can do better for both parties. So, we love that.
I do have one more thing to add. Sorry, you might have to boot me off. It's just that.
Sorry, we can't hear you. We've just muted you. Sorry, no, go on, Gary. I'm just messing.
I think the other thing is not to be too hard on yourself. Like sometimes plans don't go to plan, and to actually go back to the basics of principles and elements and things like that, and going right. Okay, we've done the plan as much as we can. Now together we're all balloon artists and we can make this work so it looks good to the eye. So I think the other thing is just not to stress that sometimes a venue could be different when you're actually there, and then you have to kind of wing it once you're there.
The ability to go, what, my plans weren't robust enough for this, what can I learn, what are my takeaways, and to work, to learn from those sort of mistakes. My next question would be to Jackie. Since Balloon Wonderland, have you made any more fairies?
Have I made it? You know what the interesting thing is? My daughter came with me, Reese, and she's been around.
The only reason you were invited, to be fair, but go on.
Yes, right.
Thanks,
she's been around balloons. Like I started twisting when she was 3 years old for my kids, and never touched a balloon, never had any interest, nothing like that. By the end of the event, she was making full-on fairies by herself, pinch twist, loop twist, doing the hair, the wings, and everything. And I just want to say what a good teacher I am. at the end of the day.
Yeah, what you didn't see was
Derek
was down the other corridor making fairies, and that's where Reese learned it. We have it on camera. So,
and also as well as what Jackie's really saying is that children equals free labor. Is that what you were? Is that the moral of that story?
Immersed in something like that, it's almost like you know, when you're trying to learn a language and like you're trying to learn French, and you go to Paris and you just get immersed in it, and you just pick it up so much faster. Like to bring that home. I
do agree with the point, though. It's that immersive nature. It just allows people to go, you know what? I'm going to give it a go. I don't feel like I'm on a pedestal. And that's moving away from the class environment, they don't feel like they're sort of being tested. It's just they're there and there's a goal. So people feel like, oh, you know what? I want to help. I want to get involved. And I mean, it was a yes or no question, though. But anyway.
Yes, did I heard that too long? Yes, and Reese has also made fairies, is where I was going with that, because now she can. Now she can, which is amazing.
No excuse.
And,
so next time we'll invite Reese on. Okay. That's fine.
Just leave me at home. It's fine.
Well, we were hoping you were at home, to be fair.
Right. We're going to have to move on, I'm afraid. Otherwise, we're not going to fit this in, Keith.
Yes, and I think we've already kept Derek too long, so apologies for that, my friend.
Sorry, Derek.
He's going for a swim after this, I think.
Yes, in that lake, There's somebody meeting him over on that boat.
And some would say that was the better part of Canada. Is that right, Derek? Yeah.
That's the best part.
East side, west side. We just want to say a huge thank you for you guys for taking the time out of your day to come onto Q Corner and talk with us for a while and share your experience.
Yes.
Carrie, smile.
Just thinking too hard. And we'll see you all at the next Balloon Wonderland.
There's a lot of people are saying, by the way, on there, Sarah, is that they're very excited for the build with you. That's March next year, right?
Yes.
Yeah. It's sold out though. Sorry, it filled in a day. So
it filled in a day.
Look at
okay.
There'll be many more opportunities to participate. You know, and that's the thing that I think Carrie mentioned. If you're scared at all, just do it. Like, you'll be fine. You will learn more in a week than you will.
Don't overthink it. You'll regret not doing it more than you would doing it. Absolutely.
Yeah. So thank you guys for, like I say, taking the time out of your day and spending your time with us. And it's been great to catch up with you guys too. We missed you.
I know.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I want to say thank you to all the delegates, because, like, again, they made our jobs a lot easier by listening to us and supporting us. So thank you.
Some more than others.
Yeah.
Some more than others. It was funny because at the beginning of the build, earlier in the build, the Ice Cream Candyland probably, we've said it a number of times, had the toughest start because they had to keep the floor area clear and everything because the rigging team were there.
Ceiling.
They started from the ceiling and down, and while everybody else was having walls flying up around them because they were printing walls, they just could not see the wood for the trees at the time.
I mean, in fairness, day one looked like walls everywhere else in all the other zones.
And they just had some random single balloons everywhere with fishing wire that kept people getting tripped over and stuff like that. And I was thinking, it's a tough gig, guys. It's a tough gig, but the team kept it together and pulled off what the kids thought was I think it was the kids' vote as their favorite land.
Yes.
Not saying it was the last one that they went through and that was stuck in the mind, but I'm just saying that the kids thought that was
this is my favorite. This is my favorite. This is my favorite. Okay.
But it was exceptional. It was exceptional. So thanks, guys.
Great stuff.
We're going to say bye-bye.
Yes. Bye. We should see you.
But viewers, don't go anywhere yet.
Yes. See you at the convention.
Yes, we'll see you at Q Corner convention, hopefully.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Now, for our viewers, we are going to switch over to the wonderful Vadim Shushkanov, who he's going to share with you a design for weaving a basket. And then after the basket, we've got the flowers that go inside of it.
Flowers.
It's the basket and flowers. So we're going to try and grab ourselves another cup of tea.
We're going to go straight over because we've got no time.
And you guys enjoy this. Okay, bye-bye.
Here we go.
Hi everyone, my name is Vadim Shushkanov. Today we are going to make with you this basket with flowers, with roses. You can see it on the screen right now. For this design, I'm going to use 350Q Mocha Brown, 260Q Chocolate Brown, 260Q Wildberry, and 260Q Lime Green. So let's start. Let's inflate 350Q Mocha Brown. We need 9 pumps. This is it. 5 balloons. Let's tie them together. So I have 2 doublets. And with the very last one, let's make pinch twist. This is it. And let's connect these 4 balloons with pinch twist. This is it. Right now, let's make 1 bubble on each balloon. This is it. It's something about 4 fingers bubble. Then let's make pinch twist. And let's repeat the same with other balloons. We have a sort of a star here. Right now I'm going to make connection between all the pinch twists. So one more time, let's make bubble using each balloon. This time it should be a little bigger. So let's make 4.5 fingers. Something like this. After that, we can connect it with following pinch twist. This is the connection. So that was the balloon that I was using, and I'm going to make next bubble using next balloon. Pay attention to this. Each time you need to use following balloon. Bubble. Then connection. And all others step by step. This is it. I finished the circle, sort of a circle. So this part, it will be a bottom of the basket. Now I'm going to connect all the balloons together. For this, I need to make small bubble using first balloon. something about 2 fingers. Then second bubble, something about 3 fingers. This is it. And I want to connect this balloon with this one. So for the connection, I will make one more time small bubble, just 2 fingers, using following balloon. This is it. And now I can make the connection. So this is one piece. These 2 bubbles, I did it using first balloon, and this one I made out of the following balloon. So pay attention to this. One more time. For each balloon, we need to make 2 bubbles. So this balloon, I have already done 2 bubbles with this one. So I'm going to use the next one. Just a small tip. If you don't remember which balloon you were using, you can measure them. So the one which is longer, this is the proper one. So this is the balloon which you need to use with the following step. This balloon is longer, so I'm going to use this. We have small bubble, 3 fingers bubble, 2 fingers bubble. So I did 3 fingers bubble, and I need to connect this balloon with the following one more time. It's always the same pattern. Three fingers bubble, 2 fingers bubble. Let's connect them together. Let's check which balloon is longer. This one. So I'm going to continue to work with this balloon, and I'm going to finish the circle, just repeating the same technique. So I finished the circle, and right now I need to connect the very last balloon with the very first one. There is no much space here between bubbles, so you should be very careful, and you need to pull last balloon. You need to pull this part of the balloon through this small space between bubbles. Make it very carefully. I'm going to pull it from inside to outside part. So this is it. The second level is ready. And then I'm going to repeat exactly the same technique and add two more levels. Let's have a look from this part. So one more time, small bubble, just 2 fingers bubble, then bubble with bigger size. Let's make it one more time, something about 4.5 fingers. And let's connect this balloon with the following one. But of course, for this, first of all, we need to make small bubble, 2 fingers bubble. So there are 2 bubbles here and 1 bubble here. And right now I'm going to make the connection between these 2 balloons. This is it. One more time, let's check the size. This one is bigger, so I'm going to continue to work with this balloon. Just as we did it with the second level, step by step, let's finish the circle. With the very last two balloons, one more time, I'm going to pull this balloon through these two bubbles, from the inner part to outside. This is it. The third level is ready. You can see it. We need to add one more level. One more time. Small bubble. Then the bigger one. Let's make it a little bigger. So right now it's something about 6.5 fingers. These two balloons, and right now I'm going to connect them together. So small bubble here, and one big bubble between these two balloons. Next step, I'm going to use the bigger balloon. To check the size, you can measure it, you can compare it with the previous balloon. Just like this. If everything is okay, you can make the connection. So the very last balloon, one more time, I need to pull it through these two bubbles here. This is it. I finished the very first level. And right now, let's make one pinch twist for each balloon. 3 fingers bubble, pinch twist. So first balloon, second one, and I will continue to do it with all the other balloons. This is it. For the next step, let's inflate 260Q chocolate brown. We need just 4 pumps. Let's tie balloon and let's connect it with one pinch twist. With this 260Q chocolate brown, I'm going to make small bubbles between pinch twists. So one by one, just make small bubbles. 5 bubbles will be enough. It's something about 2 fingers. And then let's connect the very last one with the following pinch twist. So this is it. It will be a sort of small detail, a decor for the basket. And then let's repeat the same with all the others bubbles between pinch twists. One more time, 5 bubbles, and the connection with following pinch twist. So one balloon isn't enough for the whole basket, and I'm going to add one more balloon, but we can make it a little later. So first of all, let's cut all these remaining pieces of 350Q mocha brown because we don't need it. Hide all the remaining parts. We don't need this part as well, so let's cut it. This is it. For the next step, let's make flour. For one flour, we need 2 260Q wild berries and 1 260Q lime green. Let's start with 260Q lime green. 4 pumps. Tie the balloon and then make very small loop. Just 2.5 fingers loop. Pull the neck through loop. Then make 2 loops with the same size. This is it. That's what we need. Just 3 small loops for this balloon. Next step, let's inflate 260Q wild berry. 5 pumps. Tie the balloon. Make tulip twist. Then 4 fingers bubble. Then 5 fingers bubble. 2 fingers bubble. And one more time, 5 fingers bubble. You can connect it together. This is it. We need to repeat this detail 2 more times. So the same element. 5 fingers bubble, 2 fingers connected together, And one more time. So we have 3 pieces here, tulip twist. I'm not going to use this part. Let's cut it. Now we can connect these 2 details together. Just place it like this, and then twist this small loop and this detail together. And let's repeat it with the next point. This is it. It's a very strong connection. After this, let's make pinch twists using these small balloons. First one, second one, and third one. And next step, let's inflate 260Q, one more 260Q wildberry. One more time, 5 pumps. Let's connect this balloon with one of the pinch twists. This is it. And now I'm going to connect all these 3 pinch twists around the tulip twist. So I'm going to make this shape one by one. Using this balloon, I will connect it around tulip twist. So let's make small bubble, 2.5 fingers. Let's connect it with pinch twist. This is it. Let's put the piece with tulip twist inside. And now let's connect this pinch twist using this balloon. So one more time, 2 fingers bubble, 2.5 fingers, and then tie it together. The very last step, let's make a sort of triangle, and let's connect this pinch twist and this one using this part. So one more time, 2.5 fingers bubble, and then the connection. That's it. The first triangle is ready, and now I'm going to repeat it 2 more times. But this time, the best way how you can measure the size is this one. You can just press the balloon to the following pinch twist, and you can understand the proper size. So I'm going to do it in this way. So this is it. This is the proper size. I will make bubble and I will connect it with pinch twist. And let's repeat it with remaining pinch twists. So this is it. The second triangle is ready. It doesn't look like a triangle, but you can realize it because we have only 3 pinch twists. And now let's make the last one. So this is the proper position. It should be a little lower than the previous bubble, measure the size, and make connection with pinch twist. So this is it. And now let's connect it together. Here, and the connection. Let's twist it twice. We don't need this part. You can cut it. Hide the remaining piece. And this is it. The flower is ready. For this design, we need seven flowers, 7 roses. I've prepared all of them. First of all, let's take 1 rose and let's measure the size. So it should be somewhere here. I'm going to make pinch twist. In this spot, so I know that this is the proper size, which I'm going to measure and then make connection with the basket. But before this, let's inflate 1 more 260Q wildberry, 4 pumps. Let's make very small bore. 3 fingers bubble. Three fingers loop. One more time, 3 fingers loop. Now small pinch twist. And this is it. Let's put all the flowers together. So when you have 7 flowers, the best shape for the flowers is this one. When you have 6 flowers around one of them. So I have 1 in the center and all others, 6 flowers, they are around this one in the center. This is the best way to make very beautiful shape of the bouquet. And here I'm going to tie it, I'm going to fix it using this balloon. So this is it, right here in this place. Just make big loop and connect it with pinch twist. So this is it. Let's make second small bubble. Let's repeat this size. And let's cut all the remaining parts. I will cut these details later. So this is it. Right now, find this balloon, the one flower that has a pinch twist. So we measured the size, and I'm going to repeat the same size with all other flowers and just tie them together here in this spot. So you can untie pinch twist and then tie all the lime green balloons together. Just like this. We don't need all these remaining pieces of the balloons, so I'm going to cut it, but be very careful. Fix it every time to be sure that in future these parts of lime green balloons, it won't deflate. We are going to use these remaining pieces for the connection. So we need to put the bouquet here and connect it with this pinch twist. So pull 2 or 3 remaining pieces of lime green balloons through the basket, find it here, and then connect with pinch twist. So I took 3 remaining pieces of the balloons. You can see it. And now let's connect it with pinch twist. Hide all the remaining parts. This is it. And the very last balloon, it will be 260Q chocolate brown. Let's inflate it with 7, 8 pumps. Let's inflate it with 8. This is it. Tie the balloon. Do you remember that we have one of the pieces that we didn't cover with bubbles? So I'm going to use this balloon. I will connect it with this pinch twist. I will make bubbles. One by one. One more time, 5 bubbles. Let's connect it with this pinch twist. And as a very last step, I'm going to make very long bubble. I'm going to connect this part of 260Q chocolate brown with the opposite pinch twist. So let's have a look from this side. I'm going to connect balloon here with this pinch twist. This is it. Design is ready. I will finish all the details a little later. As you can see, it isn't very complicated. You just need to practice it a little. Thank you for your attention.
That was awesome.
Thank you very much, Vadim. Thank you. Now we need to rush because
2 minutes.
No, in 5 minutes, Vadim's Balloon Rockstar webinar.
He's working hard, that guy, today.
Is going to start. Now we've already put the link in the chat, so you can use that link to go over there and wait for us. You can grab yourself a cup of tea. That webinar is an hour long in itself, and it's weaving a bird character.
Yeah.
It's also using some distortion techniques in there
really
too.
Good details in there.
There's lots of. It's certainly not a beginner's design. It's it's more intermediate, advanced. With some techniques in there
that get some inspiration, and we want to see you have a go.
And it is just for our Balloon Rockstar members. If you haven't joined already, you still have time. You've got 5 minutes to become, or 4 minutes to become a Balloon Rockstar member. Actually, it's only 3. Become a Balloon Rockstar member. You can go to www.join.qcorner.tv or hit the join button if you're already watching this.
And there you go.
And hopefully we will see you over on Vadim's webinar in 2 minutes.
And don't forget as well, your Rockstar subscription gets you access to the Q Corner convention, which is in 19 days' time.
Yes, so if you actually join up today, you will get the entire convention, not just tonight. You get all of the convention and all the back catalogue included too.
Lots of cups of tea needed for that.
Bye for now, and we'll see you on the Members Only channel.
Bye.
Bye.